Checking in here on Friday, August 8th, 20 into 24, 11:59 a.m. here Central Standard Times in the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. I wanted to first update you on the trades yesterday when I got cookie jarred, when I got body bagged by ES. So first trade went fine, put a couple dollar bills in the pocket, and then I was just so sure I was right. Just so sure. Now, if I would have held, it would have been right. But it just got too far into the whiskey. My limit was 10K. I know I got to shorten that up on this particular trade. I was like, I'm right. I'm just right. And I don't want to do that anymore. If I'm wrong, I want to be wrong quickly. So we did get stopped out at a loss of $9,125. Wow, wow, wow. Went back in. Hey, you haven't had enough? Okay. We did successfully make $591 on another ES trade. And then I did have that silver trade on that you saw, and we were way down on our whiskey. And then it did turn into the projected move. Then I took it off in two tranches. I put a limit order at 38,665 for 3 contracts, made 33.69 there. And then another limit order on the final 2 contracts at 38.72. Collected that. So I'm going to just turn that into one so I don't miscount it, because it was really just one trade. And when I'm tracking my numbers, I want to be as accurate as possible. So I don't want to get credit for 2 correct trades when it really was just one. And then today we're one trade in on ES, went long at 63.9650, 4 contracts. And then I put a limit order in at 64.03. That hit, kept running, of course, from there. In fact, ran all the way up to 64.15 on the dot. And I'll show you something in a second. So there was 1322 put into the pocketbook. I have a limit sell order at 64.1550, and that was already on the board when it ran up to 64.50. So I didn't catch that fill. I'm going to cancel this, because if this thing keeps moving, now that would have been a nice trade, because we're already down to 64.04, but I'm going to take that trade off. And then I'm going to be looking for this action. If we get back down into the like 63.98, I would be looking to go long again. So that's that. We do have a trade on the board on, so I shouldn't say we don't. We have a limit order on the board to sell silver short at, what's it at? 38,625. It got to like 38,615. Never did fill. It was like in this range. Yeah, right there. Yeah. It got to 38,615, didn't hit my 25, did proceed down from there. I'm probably going to in fact, let's just take it off right now. Because of the time it's taken, I'm going to regroup just to see what we're looking at here. So like this, I got support. Why is that red? That was resistance. Let's flip it to support now. 15 is still resistance. I like this move in here. If we can catch a little action, like this candle, if I would have been in, down, I actually wasn't in on that, wasn't I? Yeah, because we were at, what were we at? 650, 96.50. Yeah, 96.50. So we did get in on that move, and we'll be watching for another entry to go along. I'll really be attentive at 6,400. And then if I can catch like another 63, 98, 97, 96, I think we might be good to pop up again and test 64.15 for the third time today, because I would still believe, based on, the overall bullishness of the market. Had an amazing sell-off yesterday. I caught the wrong end of it. That would have been beautiful to catch that running down and then reverse and catch it running back up. Obviously, I didn't do that. Took one on the chin, but I still, the recovery that it made at the end of the day yesterday, the bullishness is just still out there. So I think we might even have north of 64.15 before the day's over, especially towards close, maybe pushing up to a good number for me would be 64.24, because 4 and 24, those are my 2 favorite numbers. So that is but I don't think we're done until like we're up here. And I don't think that'll be today, but you never do know. Never do know. So even after the big loss in this block here yesterday, we did only end up down 910 on the day. So I'd like to catch another trade today if possible, but I'm trying to be conservative, which isn't typically my MO. But as I said here on the ES, I'll be having my eyes peeled at 6,400. May not even come down to 6,400 again today, but it should test it again, I would imagine. And I'll be looking to go long there. We get back up to 64.15 in the meantime, looking at what the RSI and price action and even volume is doing. Then might look to go short again and see if it fills this time. Gold going sideways at the moment, broke out of that triangle that we have been watching since April. Whoa. I mean, it's been narrowing. That's why I've had to have it up here. It was bound to do one thing or the other. We called it the other day that if we were to make a investment, it would be that it would go north. It did that. I caught a little bit of the trade, not much. Silver made our dough yesterday, going long. Today, depending on price action, we might try for a short because it's Friday. Banking Cartel likes to abuse silver on Fridays. Big picture, still keeping an eye on this. I think 44, 45 is still in the cards this year. Bitcoin, look at that. Bounced right off of our line we had in the sand. I still think today, before it continues up, I think we get another test and probably a little lower low as far as this particular setup is concerned. And then I believe you're heading back north of 118. Just looking at Fibonacci, Elliott Wave, price action, RSI, all the good stuff that's going on. How low did we go here? 6403.50 was as low as we got on this particular run. So that's what I'm looking at. That is what I'm looking at over here. Let's see. In the funded account, I am up 523.50 today on a trade. So we'll take that. We'll take that action. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Just a quick short update. If anything goes crazy today, I might check back in with a second video. Hope your trades are going well this week. Hope you have incredible plans for this weekend. I will check back with you either today or, I don't know, maybe even Sunday evening or Monday. One of the three. Today, Sunday, or Monday. Okay, narrow it down. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video and this channel with a lovable friend, and I'll see you in the next video.